recently, the Michigan Daily, and I have the paper here, it's this Michigan Daily, from 9/21. Mayor Heafje is talking about moving forward in downtown development, and the article, interestingly, praises him for, and this is a quote, continually strengthening the city's green identity through, for example, improving the public transit to eliminate the number of automobiles entering the city.
Well,
So, I mean, it seems to me that this writer's perception and is kind of contradicted by the promotion of such a large parking deck garage.
I agree. I think that largely that may have to do with the fact that the mayor tends to talk a lot about trains when he's talking about this particular area. And trains being alternate transportation sound great, and they are great. And I think that they would be a useful thing for us in the future to have more of.
Right.
But the parking structure itself will draw more cars in, and it will be used 24/7 for multiple shifts of University Hospital staff. And that will make a big difference in the Huron River Valley there. It's low. There will be 3 times the number of cars, and it'll be a complicated, it already is a complicated traffic situation there. There will be another amount of money spent. There's authorized planning for a roundabout design, of another $400,000 for that. That will may or may not help the traffic in that area, in my opinion. The roundabout may be good for cars. It may not be so good for pedestrians and bicyclists.
And there are a lot of pedestrians there.
Mm-hmm.
The students, right, coming from there. Mm-hmm. So another side to this is the university, because this is an agreement with the university. And President Coleman, less than a month ago, was promoting the university's commitment to sustainability, a sustainability initiative. And once again, it seems to me that there is a disconnect between words and actions. And as we refer to this as kind of an obsolete concept, building this warehouse for cars that's expected to last 75 years.
Correct.
So I want to know how this fits with the positive contribution to our environment.
I really think that the university should reassess that. They've done their own study. The Graham Institute has done a study within the last 2 years, and their assessment of their own parking structures is that they lose money. They do not getting enough revenue to support them. And so at this point, the university could save itself $33 million, possibly spend that money on improving the transit within the city for the university people, or contribute that to combined work with the AATA for rapid transit from outlying lots. But I really think that the university could save itself and also help the city save potentially some money and improve the green infrastructure of the city by avoiding this project.
Right, because just a few days ago there was the presentation about, and this is from the AnnArbor.com, about future transit options for Ann Arbor. And the study was sponsored by the DDA, the Downtown Development Authority, the Ann Arbor Transit Authority, and the University of Michigan. So, and the presenter, the author of the study, which was outsourced, it points out that traffic volumes are going to increase in some corridors, and including Fuller. And of course, when there's more traffic, everything slows down.
Right.
So there will be a great loss of efficiency of the bus system. And Eli Cooper, who is really the person to contact the connection for the city with transportation, asked rhetorically if the community was ready for more modern transit. So if some rapid transit is put in, which the article talks about, along Fuller, you don't need this parking garage there. It will immediately, as soon as that goes,
obsolete.
be obsolete. Yes, right. There's also a connector plan. Do you know about the connector plan?
I know some about the connector plan, and it sounds like a very futuristic project that's been proposed for possibly monorail travel from East Medical Center out through town all the way down to Briarwood. And it may be good, but again, it's similar to what you just said. If that is where the city is going, and it's very expensive sounding to me.
Yes.
If that's the direction we're going, then we really shouldn't spend the money today on a parking garage. We really should think about things in a more forward manner and avoid expenses that we know we are not going to use in the future.
Right. I mean, it's been pointed out that this connector plan, which is supposed to travel, you know, like an elevated monorail from North Campus area to here, really is in conflict with the purpose of having a parking garage, because people will be incented to leave their car kind of on the periphery of town and take this rapid transit, this and it is primarily for the university too, and the garage is primarily for the university. So if you were to kind of summarize it from the city's perspective, what are we gaining from, I mean, why are we doing that? Do we need the money? My understanding is we need the university money. The university has the money to pay for the parking structure as the matching money for a new parking structure.
Well, the university would be the primary funding source for the parking structure, and probably could build it all on its own. I think that the split of funding has to do with this complicated concept of the fact that the city will still own the land and the structure, and so the city has to have some skin in the game. There is some goal to have some grant money involved, and that's a whole separate thing that has to do with trains. But the grant money relating to trains is not related to the parking structure.
Okay, all right. So I just wanted to know, and has the university said, if we build there, we're not going to build near Kellogg Eye Center, we're not going to build on this new land that they've just...
Very specifically, the university in its memorandum of understanding said that for the present, it will not build in the Wall Street area any parking structure if the Fuller Road station moves forward. But that's a very flimsy agreement.
It's a temporary. They're just saying for the time being.
And in fact, just today was announced a purchase of some land in the Wall Street area along the wide parking lot area that's there now. Right. And I believe the university will continue to expand its parking.
To make, yes, that was just in the Ann Arbor.com, so that the University of Michigan to purchase land near Kellogg Eye Center. And it said it is surrounded by other university properties that we can use over time based on our master plan. So, yeah, it seems that, I mean, the university's growing, and that's a good thing. We just need to have that, the parking beyond the periphery. And also the university, my understanding, subsidizes the parking for each department when...
Correct. There's at least $142 subsidy that goes to each person's parking pass. And again, according to the Graham study, the amount that each individual person pays for their pass, plus that subsidy, does not provide enough revenue to support the parking structures, specifically in the central area. Those who park out farther subsidize those who park in the center. The goal really should be for the university to help people move around town. We want the university to be here. We want people to use alternate transportation. And as someone had commented on in the AnnArbor.com today, why not keep housing that's available today instead of tearing it down for parking, so that people could live here and then they wouldn't have to commute in for long distances.
And having people live here helps the finances of the city. I
Right.
mean, because the university land is not taxed.
Correct.
So if the university, instead of supporting people parking in the garages, would kind of some incentive to have people live in town
Right.
and bike or bus or walk to work,
Right.
then it would be a win-win for everybody.
Right.
The university wouldn't have to spend
Right.
these millions
Right.
on
Right.
an obsolete idea.
Right.
Yes. So, and they would also then be really fulfilling their sustainable initiative.
They would really be walking the talk then.
Yes, yes,
And they could do it now.
yes, they could. They
By just
could.
not doing something.
Right. So, Rita, if people wanted to get more information, where could they get more
There's
information?
a really good place that has a good collection of information on this, and it's called protecta2parks.org. And people can go to that website and find out, look at the Memorandum of Understanding, look at planning documents, look at comments that people have made. Another place that people can go is they can talk with their council members and let them know or ask them questions.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And they could contact Eli Cooper, our city transportation manager, and ask him why we are moving forward with this particular project.
And what about PAC, the Park Advisory Commission?
Right.
Commission or committee?
Commission.
Commission, yes.
Park
yes,
Advisory
yes.
Commission would be another good group to contact, to let them know that people are concerned about their parks, that they want parks to be used as parks, not
Yes.
parking structures.
Right.
And that they need to know that the community is concerned in that way.
Right. One thing before we go, we didn't specifically say, it seems from the way we were talking, pardon me, that there is no real specific protection for parkland. Is that correct?
That's correct. Unfortunately, today parkland is zoned as PL. When I
Public
heard
land.
that, it's called public land, and I thought that was parkland, and I thought that meant it was protected. In actuality, our charter says that it's a zoning thing that allows the city to use it as it would any existing city-owned land.
Oh, okay. And the city doesn't have to follow any zoning laws. They're
No.
exempt from their
Right.
from their own.
Right. So it would be good for us to ask our council members to move forward with an ordinance that would protect parkland.
Okay, so we're going to have to leave it there. And I want to thank you, Rita, for following this complex issue so closely. And I want to thank you, our audience, for watching. Send us your comments and your suggestions. You know we always welcome other perspectives. And see you next time. Bye for now.